Are you sick and tired of listening to Taylor Swift? Have you had enough of Jennifer Lopez? Don't care too much for Rick Astley anymore? Well, what about A Beginner's Guide to Progressive Rock? So, here it is for ya. Take my hand. Let's go to Progressive Land. So, the Prog Connor made a video about A Beginner's Guide to Progressive Rock. So, I'm gonna show 12 albums of progressive music. We'll start off with the band I started with. This is Genesis, the Peter Gabriel era. Before Phil Collins, there was Peter Gabriel. This is fantastic progressive rock. You got the songs like The Fountain of Salmacis, Harlequin, Hat of the Battle. What else? You got The Musical Box, The Return of the Giant Hogweed, The Absent of Friends. Dear Lord, this is a great album. This is perhaps the best Genesis album. Yeah. Selling Above a Pound is also fantastic. Moving on, if you like your music more guitar oriented, I would go for Camel. This is Moon Madness. My favorite from Camel. The guitarist Andy Latimer is quite the showman. You don't have to start with Moon Madness. You can start with any of their first 5 albums. Really amazing stuff. What's next? What about some rarities? You need rarities. What about some Swedish progressive music? You need Swedish progressive music. This is Änglagård with their album Epilogue. This is hard to come by, but you can always get the CD. This is more on the symphonic side of progressive rock. The Italian prog is close. You say that. I recently went through and listened to all of Frank Zappa's albums, at least the ones released before he died. This is probably my favorite of those I own. This is You Can't Do That on Stage Anymore, Volume 2, the Helsinki concert. This was Frank Zappa at his prime. So you need a bit of Zappa if you are interested in progressive music. Next up, you need some metal or hard rock, progressive hard rock, progressive metal. This is Rush from the 80s, Moving Pictures. Features the hits Tom Sawyer, Limelight, fantastic Canadian progressive metal, progressive rock trio. If you're into or want to check out progressive music, you need to check out some Italian prog. This is a cool version where it opens up at the bottom of the album cover. I really love Italian prog. This is on the heavier side of Italian prog. This is Museo Rosenbach. Or Museo Rosenbach. I do speak fluent Italian. If you want some Swedish progressive music, you can go with Pantarei. I need to cover up this guy's penis. He has his penis in a cigarette box. Pantarei, fantastic, what would you call it? World prog, Eastern influences. Moving on, if you're into metal, you need some Dream Theater. This is my favorite Dream Theater album, Scenes from a Memory, Part 2, or Metropolis Part 2. Featuring band jumper Mike Portnoy. He's played in every band in the world. So you need that. You got 4 records left. If you're into obscurities, if you're into blood, murders, weird stuff, you need some Comus. This is a reissue. The original is very expensive. I actually got to see Comus perform live. This is more of the folky, blood dripping kind of prog. Great stuff. First utterance by Comus. Drip, drip. You need some German prog. Often referred to as Trout. This is a German original of Tago Mago. This is more of the experimental droney stuff. So perhaps you shouldn't start with this, but fantastic album. 2 albums left. You need some Gentle Giant, and you can start with the second, the third, the fourth, or the 5th album. The first is also really good, but perhaps this is my favorite right now. This is Octopus. These guys were really weird, singing like harmonies consisting of like 4 or 5 people. They change instruments with each other, and yeah, it's fantastic stuff. UK band, Gentle Giant. And you need some newer prog as well. This Porcupine Tree features progressive, modern progressive rock god Steven Wilson, and this is probably their best album, In Absentia. So that's 12 progressive rock albums for beginners. Enjoy. Babuba.